Welcome to EarthAngelTV, the show created by Earth Angels for Earth Angels. I'm Michelle Gordon and I'm the author of the Earth Angel series, Where's My Fucking Unicorn and The Magical Fairy Door. So this episode is about lack. I think I mentioned in one of my previous episodes about the book called Scarcity, and I reread it after recording that episode. I think I spoke about it in the one of the money episodes in January. And I reread the book because it's been about 4 years since I read it the first time round, and I was intrigued to see how my perception might have changed since I first read it. So I read the book and had a lot of aha moments, as you do when you read a good book. So I just wanted to do a little video to talk about scarcity and also to talk about something that the book mentions called bandwidth. Now, we all know about internet bandwidth. We know that if you have a low bandwidth, you can't have many things streaming or running at the same time when you're on the internet, otherwise it gets really slow. So the authors of the book actually talk about your brain bandwidth. So we all have this capacity to think about lots of different things at once, to be able to complete lots of different projects at once or whatever, and scarcity, they found through all their experiments, has this interesting effect on your bandwidth, and basically it takes it all up. It's like having 50 tabs open at once. So if you have a scarcity of something, whether it be time, money, love, whatever you perceive that you don't have, takes up all of your mental capacity, it takes up all of your brain bandwidth, which means that it's all you think about, it's all you see when you go out. So, for example, if you haven't got any money, you're going to go out and see people buying new things and doing nice things, and you're going to be thinking, oh, I wish I could do that, and you're basically going to see what you lack. And quite often as well, we talk about what we lack far more than we talk about what we want to create or what we are creating or what we would like. So it's almost as though it takes up all the space in your brain and your mind, and you cannot think about anything else. Now, of course, the effect that that has is that you don't have any space in your brain to actually think about how to solve this lack, or how to get out of it, or how to dig yourself out of the hole, or how to reach out and connect with somebody, because it takes up all that capacity. So it's somehow finding a way of stepping back from that feeling of lack or scarcity and actually taking a deep breath and looking at the bigger picture. Because when you're in scarcity, when you're in lack, you can't plan ahead, you can't see further than the present moment, you can't see the bigger picture. So if, for example, you're lacking money, then you can't see next month's bills or even next week's bills, or what you're just thinking about right now. How do I survive right now? You can't see that the MOT is due on your car in 2 months' time. You can't see that Christmas is coming in 3 months' time, because you are literally just firefighting to survive in that moment. So of course, when those events come up, which were predictable, you don't see them coming, and they're a shock to the system then. So you haven't prepared and you haven't planned, and then you're firefighting once again. So really it's about finding ways of stepping back from this feeling of I don't have enough, I don't have what I want, or I don't have what I need, and just creating a bit of space. I think that was the biggest thing that I took from reading the book again, was this need for what they call slack. You could call it a margin, we call it space. And when it comes to money, the slack is having that extra money each month that could be used for emergencies or could be used for savings, and it's having that space to be able to come up with solutions. Now, meditation comes up a lot. So many people ask me if I meditate, and some people say I should meditate, and I always think, yeah, I need to meditate, but I don't have time. I'm very much of the sort of time lack. I'm like, I don't have time to meditate. But in the times when I actually have sat down and meditated, I find that the ideas that come through, the solutions, the thoughts, just the peace that comes through from meditating, even for 10 minutes, is worth its weight in gold. It's worth that time it took to meditate. So even though I resist it, even though I say I don't have time, I know that when I meditate, I do feel better, and I do feel like I have more time. It creates time. And this is the funny thing, it's like the busier we are, the more lack we have. And actually taking time to rest and relax and breathe and step back is invaluable. So check out the book. It is a really, really good book. It's got a lot of different experiments and studies that they did to look at how scarcity and lack affects different people. They found that it actually lowers your IQ, so you can't actually make intelligent decisions when you're in lack, so then you do silly short-term decisions that actually affect you really badly long-term, which is probably why people get into credit card debt, because it's like, oh well, it solves the problem in the short term, but you're not thinking that long-term you're going to have to pay it back. The book is really interesting, and I wanted to talk about it today because we've just had Valentine's Day, and I saw so many posts online about how, you know, people were single and they hated Valentine's Day because they were all alone, and every post that I saw, there was a few where people were going, yay, I love this person and everything was great, but a lot of them were about, well, you know, what about me? I'm single, or I didn't get what I wanted, or nobody loves me, and there was a lot of lack going around. And I think on particular holidays like that, any kind of holiday, if you are on your own and you wish you were with someone, you're going to focus on the loneliness, you're going to focus on being alone. And I have to admit, last Valentine's Day I was single and I was really happy because I wasn't focusing on I don't have anything, I was focusing on what I was grateful for. And I think that gratitude is most definitely one of the solutions to feeling any kind of lack. So if you feel like you're lacking in relationships and love, be grateful for the relationships or the family or the love that you do have, even if it's the love for yourself. If you feel like you're lacking money, be grateful for the things that you have, or the job that you have, or whatever, you know. If you hate your job and you wish you were doing something else, well, be grateful that you have that job in the interim and it's helping you to get to where you want to be. If you can repackage the lack, I feel like going into gratitude is definitely the first step to creating abundance. So I hope that was a little food for thought, and I hope you did have a lovely Valentine's Day. I know I did. I had a lot of fun, and I think we just need to just pause. The next time you go to say, I don't have this, or I don't have that, or I wish I had that, or look, that person's got that, because that's the other thing as well. When you're in lack, you think there's a finite amount of whatever it is that you want, and you think that if that person over there has got it, then that means you can't have it, and that's just not true. Whereas when you're not in lack, somebody who's in abundance would look at somebody else getting something they wanted and be like, oh, that's amazing, wow, well done, you got what you wanted, that's awesome. So they're just actually supporting and encouraging other people because they already have what they want. So the next time you feel like you're in lack, just step back, pause for a moment and look at the feeling and see if there's a way that you can repackage it as gratitude, and see if there's a way that you can go into that gratitude and just be really grateful for things that you do have, and see if that shifts the energy on it. So thank you for watching. Please do subscribe to my channel if you're enjoying my videos, and I will see you again next week.